now we're going to do what I call the picture association part of the interview. This is the fun part of the interview for us, and why I picked these pictures is it really embodies the Moxie of why you're here, because it goes through kind of your life journey pretty quickly. So this,
I want a Moxie T-shirt.
there we go.
Moxie.
We should do that. Moxie Michael hour, right? It's Chef Michael. So this is a map of all your current brands and restaurants, and they're all based in Kentucky, correct?
They're all based in Kentucky, in Woodford County and Fayette County.
That's right.
And Chris Ware from Harold Leader drew those for us. And I like it because we also have friends of our restaurants on there. So we have old friends, and we have Keeneland. We have
That's great.
All different little locations around central Kentucky. And it makes me feel proud to be involved in the rural economy of central Kentucky,
That's
as well
great.
as in the city economy of
That's
Lexington.
awesome. And this is where it all began, graduation day.
Yes,
This
that
is
is graduation
Chris,
day.
right?
Yes, that's Chris.
Yes.
With our tall white hats, and that's the front of the Culinary Institute of America. And that graduation ceremony, you have a 7-course lunch.
Oh, wow.
With wine. It's really
Nice.
great. And they
And what
bring all the
city is that
chefs
in?
in. So
What
beautiful.
city is Culinary?
That
Institute?
is in Hyde Park, New York.
That's great. And here you are with someone very special.
Yes, that's my mama.
Yes.
Yeah, Pam Sexton, and that's in the backyard of her home. And at the time, I was doing a project for a mutual friend called The Kitchen Coach.
That's great. And now we flash forward. Cover of
Yes, I
Sophisticated
like the
Living.
other picture better.
This one? Yeah.
I was 30 in
Yes,
that one,
yes.
53 in that
Yeah,
one.
there you go.
That's me with our new chef, Josh Smouse, with the new restaurant, Honeywood Restaurant at the Summit in Fritz Farm in Lexington.
That's great. Yeah, we got a picture of that. And I am shameless. I'm going to hold this picture up.
I
This
love
is
that
where I was
picture.
first introduced to you. This is the wedding weekend of yours truly and his wife. We're holding up cigars, and my wife says, we're going to treat everybody to a Derby, Kentucky-esque style.
Yes.
You and my wife, you probably don't recall as many
Yes.
clients as you've had, planned the whole weekend. It went
Yeah.
off without a hitch. The weather was perfect. It was September of 2009.
Oh,
She's
my
jealous that I'm interviewing you.
gosh.
Sorry, Ann. So,
Oh, that's
yes.
wonderful.
And here's another thing, and this is just kind of an enlargement of all the brands that you have. I just think that's phenomenal. They're all unique. They all have the kind of their own, pardon the pun, flavor, you know. So
Yes.
it's pretty amazing. So here you are with a bust of James Beard, and those that may not know the culinary epitome of James Beard, can you enlighten the audience maybe a little bit of who he is and why it's so important?
Well, he was he's considered the father of American cuisine, and he had lived in a brownstone on West 12th Street down in the Village for years in New York City.
Okay.
After he passed, there was a foundation that sprung up that housed itself in that brownstone, and they invite chefs from all over the country to come and prepare dinners there. And so we were very lucky to go, and I've been a couple of times, but that particular dinner, yes, we did Kentucky in June. We trucked
Nice.
all the food up there from local Kentucky
Wow.
farms. And the Cheese Society did the dinner the night before, and they had crafted a big bust of James Beard and cheese.
Wow.
But that was in the garden there.
Well, that makes me think, what is the largest event you've ever overseen? Maybe solely. I don't know if you've done that. Where you're the chef.
Where
you know.
I'm the chef.
You know,
Well, this
I mean, obviously you're not
past-
cooking all of it, but you know what I mean.
Let's see. During the inauguration this year, I did the Bluegrass Ball in Washington D.C.
No pressure.
So yes, well, thankfully, there was 900 plus 973 people dining there. Now I coordinated the menu, the recipes, but they have the Secret Service and the FDA and
Oh,
everybody. So
gosh.
I was able to visit the kitchen
of
and
who's
taste
eating the
things,
food.
but then I wasn't able to work in the kitchen because I hadn't been security cleared or anything. But it
Wow.
was a fantastic experience.
And so what's funny is one Saturday morning I'm in the kitchen with our little guy a couple years ago, and I look up and there you are on national television.
Yeah, that was a
selling
thrill.
your wares. You were having a lot of fun. It was Anthony Mason, and I can't remember her name, the other anchor, but it was a lot of fun.
Yes, it was a lot of fun, and that's again, I lucked out because you send pictures and recipes, and they create that table. They do all the food
they
for
do?
you, and
Really?
the lady that did all the cooking for that show happened to be from Kentucky, so she had
Wow.
this affinity for all the food, and it looked
She
so
probably knew who
great.
you were, and off to the races you went. I love this one, Farm to Table. Got a restaurant on there.
Yes, we're
So
very
that's a big
proud to
deal.
be part of Kentucky Proud,
That's
and
awesome.
yep.
And you wrote a book.
That's actually a friend of mine's book.
Okay.
That gets credited to me, but I wrote the foreword for her. That's
Okay.
written by Rona Roberts, and we're
great.
both big proponents of sorghum.
Sorghum. Now, is that thicker than molasses? Correct me if I'm wrong. Or is it not?
All sorghum is molasses, but not all molasses is sorghum.
The more anymore. You know, another show. All right, what is this?
That's Ouita's favorite at
Yes.
Wallace Station.
I love it.
And that board my dad made, that little picture of the board.
Okay.
When we first opened that, he made all our sandwich boards. And
What's going on? Catfish? No?
that's our buffalo catfish sandwich at
spicy?
Smithtown Seafood. Yes. And we're using Kentucky Proud catfish,
Nice.
which I'm really happy about
That
right
looks
now.
really good after a rough night, you know, a hungover. So here you are in the kitchen.
That's me at the Holly Hill Inn kitchen.
I love it.
And I don't know who took that picture, but that's pretty recent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And here you are, looks like a cookout.
And this is a farm dinner at Happy Jack's Pumpkin Patch,
Okay.
which I highly recommend visiting on
Where-
421.
Okay.
And that they did 27 varieties of potatoes
Mm-hmm.
they grew, and we prepared every one of them so you could taste your way through. And those are
That's
all the
great.
potatoes there.
Now we're going to fly through your family of restaurants here. This is Windy Corners.
Windy Corner. Mhm.
And what city is that in?
That's in Lexington, right on the
Okay.
outskirts of Lexington.
And what are they known for there?
They're known for po' boys. That's a po' boy shop.
I gotcha. And this is Smithtown Seafood.
That's Smithtown Seafood at West 6th,
Okay.
at West 6th Brewing.
There's the logo.
Yeah.
Now, this is one they'd have to kick me out of. They close the door. I love sweets.
That's the Midway School Bakery in Midway.
That's awesome.
And they do all our baking for all our restaurants.
That's great. So they teach there as well? Or is
No,
it just a
that
bakery?
was the old school in Midway.
Okay. Wow. I was going to say,
And
'cause it
that's the
looked like
cafeteria
it's-
space.
And then you got Wallace Station.
Yes, and Wallace Station's almost 15 years old this
That's
year.
great.
And that's just on Old Frankfort Pike going into Lexington.
Wow.
Just sandwiches, country style deli.
And most of your restaurants are on or near the Bourbon Trail, is that correct?
Yes, and Wallace Station is on the Bourbon Trail.
Okay.
And that's Honeywood, our
love that
newest,
one.
our newest baby, our
Yes.
big. We call her the hip younger sister of Holly Hill Inn because Honeywood actually grew up at Holly Hill Inn.
Okay.
That restaurant's named for Honeywood Parish Rouse.
Oh, okay.
And her granddaughter is my BFF and neighbor at Holly Hill.
That's great. I just love this picture. I could put it in towards the back. You're in Windy Corners.
I
the
like
thing.
that too.
That's
Their
one of
mural.
my favorite ones. And then here's the logo for Holly Hill.
That's
and I
the grandmother
suspect
of it all.
You designed that logo, I'm suspecting.
Yes.
So quickly, how did you pick out? Did you pick out Holly Hill Inn? Did you take it over? I mean, for those
We
that
took
wouldn't
it
know.
over. It's been a restaurant for 35 years, and we have owned it. Chris and I have owned it with our partner Roger Salt for 17 years, and but it's been in continuous operation. So it's probably one of the older restaurants in Kentucky at this point. It was started in
great.
1979.
That's wild. And then here you are on the porch.
Yeah,
You can tell how much pride you have here. I love these.
I love. The Holly Hill Inn is really my home. Chris and I lived there in the inn the first 4 years we owned it. So until
great.
2004, we lived in the Holly Hill Inn upstairs and ran the restaurant downstairs. And so it means a lot to me. It is like coming to my home to eat when you come to the Holly Hill Inn.
That's great.